Hi everybody, it's Cindy here at Artsy Endeavors. We're going to work on page 6 of our I Am book. This one I believe is going to be I Am Simple. That's just how I feel today. So I'm going to go ahead and chat through this one. I shut my radio off so I don't have any copyright information, so it's just me and the cat's water dish that you may hear in the background. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to gesso these pages, and normally you see me using my handy dandy squirty gesso, but I don't have much left in this container and I'd like to use it up. And please don't mind my squeaky chair. So I'm going to go ahead and use this gesso. This is just a Pro Art gesso. Knowing me, I probably bought it on clearance somewhere. 99% of my art supplies I buy on clearance or with coupons or something of that nature. I hate to pay full price for this stuff. Just not cool. So again, all I'm doing is laying down a nice coat of gesso. So I was thinking about this today, and it was funny because I thought, you know, I want to do just a simple page, and that's how I feel today. So I am simple. I'm going to go ahead and dry this up, and we will continue with the process. Okay, so gesso's almost dry. Not quite, but almost. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and do some collage, just because I can. And I'm just going to use a regular matte medium for this. Ooh, I have something still in my brush. Not sure what. Something. Put you in the water and let's grab a new one. Don't know what that was. So what's everybody been up to? I hope you're enjoying the I Am process. Again, this is something that I just, a few years ago when I found out that, you know, this injury was permanent, this was my way of dealing with it. Because it's kind of hard when you end up without a purpose or a sense of, you know, who you are. Today's society, we define everything by what we do. You know, hi, your name is such and such. What do you do? And having that mentality, or not really mentality, that describing yourself that way, I'm having a hard time spitting this out, and then all of a sudden not having that to describe yourself as is just so strange. It's very difficult. It makes you really take stock of, you know, who am I? And previously, I was a stained glass artist. I did stained glass for about 15 years, and went through the whole having stuff in the shop and just, you know, enjoying that medium to, you know, not really being able, it's a lot of work. Stained glass is a huge amount of work. A lot of standing, a lot of bending, a lot of grinding, things like that. So it really is not something that I can do anymore. It's just very, very painful to do that. So I had to find something to be creative, to pass my time. And I'm sorry if you've already heard this. You know, I may be repeating myself. If I am, I'm sorry. But and just learning a different way to have that creative outlook, to figure out who I am. By the way, I'm just using some scraps that I pulled out, just some odd and end scrap paper. I seem to be going in the yellows and greens right now. This is just a piece of a painted, probably a paper bag, my guess. It's going to go on here. Put it right there. No, I'm going to put it right here. So anyways, you know, I had to find a different way to figure out how to let my creative muse go and how to spend time. Because when you go from, you know, working a full-time job and being very active to not being very active without a full-time job, you got to figure out what to do with your time. There's a lot of hours in the day. And this mixed media, I really enjoy. And it's something that I can do a little bit of, and then I can walk away from it. You know, I don't have to sit basically a huge amount of time. Just like doing these pages, you know, I'll do a little bit and I'll let it sit, and I'll do a little bit more and let it sit, and just keep moving and keep active. So I'm just putting some collage down here. It's really no rhyme or reason to what I'm doing. This is all pretty much intuition. I'm just going for it. Whatever I feel like doing, that's what I'm doing. I really don't have a plan. And again, I don't normally start out with plans anyways. I'm more of an intuitive, let's see what happens. Okay, so to me that looks good for collage. And I like some of this little texture here on this paper bag. We're going to go ahead and we're going to let this dry. And then we're going to come back and we're going to add some paint to it. So we'll be right back. Okay, so this is pretty well dry. We're going to go ahead and we're going to add some paints to this. And what I'm going to be using today are some Dina Wakley paints. I've got the lime, lemon, and turquoise. And fingers are being involved, and unfortunately I didn't put anything on to block the paint, but that's okay. I love these paints. This is like my third set of them. I just love the colors. They're so bright and vibrant and just... And again, I'm not doing any rhyme or reason here. I'm just putting paints on. Let's try something without the fingers. We're going to use a cosmetic sponge, and let's see how we can do with this. Let's start with the yellow. Look how bright that is. Isn't that wonderful? It's just so bright. Okay, we're going to go into the green. And the blue. All I'm doing is just putting down some light color here. And I want more color, more color. So what I'm going to do, I'm putting down more color. I want more color. Love, love, love this yellow. just love it. Isn't that wonderful? Okay, let's get some more of this green. I think I got a little bit too much, but that's okay. I don't mind. Green. Oh, fingers got in it. It happens. Okay, and I want blue. We're going to add some more blue. Fingers keep getting in the way there. See that? Make this more blue up in here. I don't know why I do this, but I tend to end up doing corners and then something through the middle, and I'm not quite sure why I go that way. I've noticed it a few times. I've, you know, a bunch of my art journal pages that I just tend to always do this middle thing, and I'm not quite sure why. If anybody has any idea, let me know, would you? Okay. So now, took too much of that off. Okay, we're gonna let that dry. Okay, it's semi-dry. Not quite all the way, but that's okay. Now, I always love to use stencils, and I have this binder. This is my binder full of small stencils, and I just love the 4x6 stencils. I think that's what they are, 4x6, and they fit in this little binder so well, and it sits on my desk, and I use them much more while they're since they're accessible. I like that one. I see I'm in the greens, blues, and yellows. I don't know if you can really see this, but it's covered in yellow and green paint. So for some reason I'm definitely into those colors today. I want some, where'd my blue go? I'm just going to take a little bit of this blue and I'm going to set it over here on my no stick mat. And then I'm going to take this sponge that I was using earlier and I'm just going to use some of this blue. Just to put a little bit of pattern on there. Again, I want this page to be simple because that's the mode I'm in right now. I feel simple. So we're really not going to do a whole lot of funky techniques or anything crazy like that. Again, more just a... Alright, so we did that with that. Now I want to do some yellow. Kind of like a little ghosty there. Okay, I like it. Now let's see. We got squares. I want some. I want some circle right here. We'll use this. Piece of Punchella, and I'm going to do this with the green. piece of gesso. Okay, so let's just throw some circles on here. Yeah. Gotta have some circles. Circles are simple, right? You can do a green. There we go, circles. Okay. See how simple and easy is that? Quick, put it away. All right, now we're going to dry this up and we're going to go on to our next step. Okay, we're back again. This is pretty much dry. Now what we're going to do is, oh my goodness, I have found, I keep finding these silicone heat pads, and so far these are the only 3 designs that I have found, but I just love them. I bring them home, I cut them up. I have one on my paint table. I put one on my cart that I take out in the living room with me when I have my pain management days. And then I have one right here at my desk. And these just make the coolest marks. So, like I said, I cut them all up. I cut the edges off them because I don't like the straight edge on them. And then I just use them just like this. How cool is that? Right? It's just amazing. Love it. My hubs says that's when he can tell I'm really happy, is when I go, love it. And here's a little bit bigger one. Isn't that great? I don't want a whole lot of this on here, but just enough. Okay, and I'm not going to use the square one. Oh, what the heck, why not? Let's use the square one. There we go. And I'm doing this with just regular archival ink. Okay. And this one, didn't put it away too quick. This one is just little dots. Again, this is a simple page. Just random dots and squares, and love it. Okay. All right. So now I've got that step on there. Now, I've got this. This is, it's a real solid, oh, what's the name of it? Drywall tape. And I actually found this in Lowe's, and I had to have a roll of it. So, what I'm going to do with it, I don't know if you can see it real close up. See if we can get it to focus. It always likes to focus on my ring. Hello. Hello. No focus today. There we go. It's a really sturdy, you really can't do much with it. So anyways, I want this to go right here, but I want it to be hot pink. So what I am going to do, I lay it on my table. It is sticky, so I'm really hoping this sticky will come up. Again, I've got Dina Wakley's magenta. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but we'll find out. What I want to do with it, I have this bucket of sponges. I try to use them up as much as I can until they really die on me. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. I want it hot pink. That didn't work. made my fence hot pink. That's a pretty cool pattern, huh? Okay. So I want my hot pink fence, which is going to go right here. I don't know why I have a fence, but I think I'm going to make some flowers. So I still have my paper out here. I have this. Let's see what we can do. Find my scissors. I don't want them all going the same way, so we'll have to go this way. Let's see. I'm actually just playing around here, trying to figure out what I'm doing. I'm sorry I'm not talking, I'm actually thinking. S-I-M-P-L-E. I think I'm going to make little round letters to go on top of these little, I don't know what you want to call them. I don't know if they're going to be flowers or what they're going to be. But I think I'm going to do the letters S-I-M-P-L-E because that's all I want, is I want a simple page, and that's I am simple today. So, I'm going to go ahead and get my letters together that I'm going to use, and we'll be right back. Okay, everybody, we're back again. All right, so what I did is, first of all, I let this dry completely, and I went to get my letters together. Well, it took me a bit. I started out with my silhouette, and I cut out these little flowers, and apparently my silhouette is having a bad day. Or it could be the user, I'm not sure. But I really was disappointed with those flowers. So that didn't work. So I went back to my old standby and I pulled out a couple punches. I just used a flower punch. It says it's for a 22mm brad. The plastic shields, does anybody keep these on? I don't. I never do. It drives me crazy. But so I punched out some flowers with these, and then I just used a regular round to punch out middles. And I just used some scrap paper to do that with. So this is what I've got. I've got my little flowers here that I'm actually going to spell out simple on. And I actually am going to look through my brads and see if I have the letters of simple. And if I do, we're going to go ahead and use those. For some reason, you look like you're not focusing. So let's focus you. All right, now focus you. Focus you. Not sure if that looks blurry or not. Soon, hopefully very, very soon, I will have a new camera and we won't have this issue anymore. So let me go ahead. I'm going to dig out my brads and see if I have simple, and we'll be right back. All right, so I said I was going to use brads. Nope, that's not happening. Look what I found, and I just got another idea. So first thing we're going to do is I'm going to put these flowers together because I am going to keep the flowers. I'm not sure. I don't know if I want leaves. It's simple. I don't want leaves. So I am going to put my flowers together, and I want to use just plain old tacky glue. Actually, yeah, I'm just going to use just plain old Aleene's tacky glue. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put my circles in the middle of my flowers. Just because I can, right? We're being simple. So I have a simple flower with no leaves yet. Simple. Just a little bit of glue. And then what I'm going to do to actually fancy up my flowers just a little bit is I've got some glitter glue that I'm going to use on it. I was going to use the brads, but then I got thinking about it. In my next few pages, I'd have lumpy bumpies. And I don't feel like dealing with lumpy bumpies right now. Other days, it might have worked. Today, it doesn't work. So, all right. I just did that to my flowers. Yeah, I'm going to have to find some leaves to put on here, which that's not a problem. All right, and now I'm actually going to glue them to where they belong. Again, just because I can. Now, with these stems, I didn't actually glue them down, as you can see. All I did was when I stuck this drywall tape down, it has sticky on the back of it, so it stuck the flower, it stuck the limbs in, the stems in there. I can't even talk today. So I'm just using what's already there. The tape on the back, or the sticky on the back of that tape. It's funny. My whole purposes behind those flowers is I was going to do the simple on them, but then I decided not to. So now what I've decided to do is these are stickers from Momenta. By the looks of the tag, I got them at Big Lots, which is like a outlet store here. It's kind of like a junk store. All right, and what I'm going to do sorry about the crinkly, is I'm going to spell out simple. See where I want these. They do have quite a bit of sticky on the back of them. So I'm just going to try to lay them here, and then I'll push them down when I'm ready for them. I want this to be able to close, so I'll move that over. Yeah, see, you like my measuring? I don't measure. Measuring's just not my thing. L E. Simple. Yeah. That's where they're going. So now what I'm going to do is I do have a lot of work to do on these flowers. I have a lot of work to get things so it looks cohesive now, right? I wanted to put these away, but I may have to put them away later because they're going to fight with me. Oh, there they go. Alright. So, here's my simple. Now, we got to get these flowers looking more flowery, right? So let's pull out the Pitt pens. Let's see what we got going on here. We can just add a leaf or two, right? We don't have to have too many. Just a leaf or two. I'll add a little bit of different color to these in a second. Again, this is just a very simple page, nothing crazy, nothing major. Some days I really enjoy working in this book, and the reason being is because I don't have to. It's not a lesson. It's not, you know, an inspiration of somebody's style. It's just completely me, and is completely free. And I love that freedom. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm also going to add just some, like those sound effects? Just some clumps of grass here and there. Nothing major, just to kind of make it look like these flowers are not just standing up there in the middle of nowhere. Okay. Now I'm just gonna, let's cover in a little bit of the green. There we go. See, now they don't look quite so foreign, right? Okay, now we need to get that simple. Forget it. My box won't shut. Do I want charcoal? Yeah, I want my Stabilo. That's charcoal. These are all charcoal. Gotta find my Stabilo. Where'd you go? I lost it. That's not good. Pencil. There we are. It needs to be sharpened real quick. Sorry about my arm being in the way. And again, my squeaky chair. Alright, so what I want to do is I just want to make a simple banner. It's going to hold these. No water in that one. There's water in this one. There's water in this one. Just to hold my flags up there in the air, right? Alright, now I need my pens, which I'm going to, let's see what we're going to use. These are Sakura, or yeah, the Sakura. This is a glaze, just a white glaze, which is not going to do what I want it to do, but I'm going to do it anyways. I want my Uniball Sigma is the one I really wanted. Okay, I just put a little bit of white on there. Now I'm going to actually take one of my glitter glues. I'm going to take, this is Recollections Bubblegum. And I'm just going to put a few dots, random dots, oops, around. Alright, I'm going to do them on everyone because I don't like the random. I like my wicked little laugh, isn't it funny? Anyways, we're just going to use this pink, go around, Alright, what else we got? Let's use some, don't have any purple, let's use some Jazzy, whatever Jazzy is. Let's use some Jazz It. Just to give it a little bit of life. Here's another, just Jazz It pink. Okay. And because right now, all I really have in black is I have a little bit of black background, and then I have that simple. So what I want to do, black pearl pen. I love these. These are pearl pens. I just wish I had a black one, and I don't. All right, so what I'm going to do to kind of break up that blackness a little bit, after I squish my paint back together, is I have this stamp here. Please don't ask me. I have no idea whose it is. I take all my stamps out of their plastic and they just go in binders. But I really like this dragonfly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this dragonfly stamp. I'm just using regular archival ink. Okay. I like him there. And I want one. Don't want to put it there because I'm going to squish the glue like I did there. Right here. Hold on. I want to change this around so that I don't. How am I going to do this, Cindy? I'm going to do him right here. All right. Now, I'm going to take my Sakura pens. These paints out when I'm using. I'm going to give these guys a little bit of life. Love these pens. These pens are wonderful. When I say these pens, this is what I'm talking about, is these Sakura or jelly roll pens. This is actually a case of one of my pens. It's a lot of glitter pens and yeah. My name is Cindy. I have a pen addiction. Okay. So I just want to give these guys a little bit of, let's pull out some blue dots maybe. It's awful quiet. Of course, my kitty cats think they have to wake me up at 6 o'clock in the morning. And where are they now? They're both sound asleep. Isn't that nice? Those stinkers. I really like that. I want some white. Let's see if I can take some white here and make these guys stand out a little bit. Come on. I'll get you peeking out. Just a little bit of white. I don't really want to color them all in. I just want them to be so they stand out just a little bit. Alright, now I gotta have my glitter. So we're gonna work with the glitter pens. Again, I have no idea even what brand. Well, this one says it's a Signo Rainbow, Uniball Signo Rainbow. This, I have no clue. But I'm going to throw some glitter on these wings. Don't run out. Now, I'm not coloring these all in perfect. That's not what my goal is here. My goal is just to try to just make them pop a little bit more. That's all. Glitter usually helps with that. Now I want my black. This is a Gel B. No idea. I just, whenever I see pens that I don't have and think I may need, I pick them up. And none of these pens, other than the gel pens, are really expensive. I usually, you know, if I'm in Big Lots or Walmart or wherever, and I happen to see a pen that I think might work well or whatever, I just pick them up. So that's where a lot of these come from. Where to go back in? All right, I think I'm going to call it done. I am going to, like I normally do, I'm going to sign and date it. And I really hope you all sign and date your work. I just think it's a good habit to get into, because you can go back and you can look on your art and you can see how much you've grown since when you actually did it. Some of the drawings that I was doing last night, I had originally done the drawing back in 2014, and I just looked at them. I was like, oh my gosh. So I actually dated it twice. You know, I redid some of the drawings, which I know some people, you really shouldn't do that, but hey, I wanted to. It was fun. So one more thing I want on here. I don't like the fact that these are just kind of hanging out here. Just doodles. Okay, let me just gotta have something. I just don't like it. They're hanging out there. Okay. All right. Like I said, I'm going to call this done for now. It's a very simple page 6. I hope you enjoyed. I really hope you have fun creating your own page 6. And just a little look-see at what's got going on. You know, and I love it because this is just a great place to play too. So here we are. Page 6 is simple, and I am simple. So happy creating, and I'd love to see what you've got. And if you like the video, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up, and we will all talk to you soon. And happy creating. Bye.